What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today, we're going to be talking about a new play-to-earn game called Sifer, which is launching its public sale in 4 days. And I want to share with you why this is different from different IDO launches and how it's interpreting its public sale in a completely fair and new way and really interesting in my point of view. So guys, before we begin, be sure to like that button, and don't forget, be sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you are updated on time-sensitive points such as this, and that you're not missing out on these opportunities. Guys, I love sharing these comments with you. I love sharing this information with you, but let's begin. So I just want to keep you guys updated that we have reached our goal of 50 members in the recruit section of tier 1 on our Patreon page. So guys, thank you to the 50 members. We have been doing so well. I love communicating with you guys. If you have any questions, always ask me. I love communicating all the thoughts, all the ideas. And also I always share all my investment trades and strategies on here. Recruit tier 2 is now open, so be sure to get that price, because once this sells out, tier 3 will launch, and that will be at a little bit of a higher price. So keep that in mind. So let's begin, guys. So Sifer, the initial public sale. I want to share this with you. I want to give you some in-depth view of what this is going to look like. But before we begin that, let's go ahead and take a look at the website. So obviously we have 4 days, 4 hours, 7 minutes until this is going to happen. And over here on the website, they have different NFTs that you can buy off of from their marketplace, and also kind of gives you a visual demonstration of what the game could look like. So this trailer is basically like a concept trailer. It kind of gives you an idea of what the game should look like. Again, the game hasn't been launched yet, so in my personal view, this is just concept, and we haven't really seen the actual gameplay. This is a demo, and hopefully if you continue watching this clip, you kind of get a sense of like what the feel is, what it's going to look like. But again, once it launches, you'll have a better understanding of the user interface there. But what I like about it is that it's pretty silly. It has a lot of different animals and a lot of different themes in terms of mech fighting and also RPG fighting as well. I always dig some of those games that are like that. Obviously, they have other descriptions, immersive world, different partners as well. Again, I love Alameda Research. Whenever they invest in something, I love getting involved. If you don't know, Alameda Research is a firm that invests in different gaming coins that I've noticed, or give different play-to-earn games, so that's really cool. And then there's the behind the scenes section where you can see all the different photos and designs and concept art, yada, yada, yada. So let's get to the good stuff. Going back to the article about the public sale. Now, it states in here, we believe Sifer's network effect will come from our community of gamers, streamers, guild masters, developers, entrepreneurs, entertainers, traders, and Siferia's adventurers. And with each newly onboarded member, we can foster more interaction, more chance encounters, more fun, and pleasure, driving use and demand for Sifer. Ultimately, the value of Sifer and Sifer, the ticker symbol coin, is in the hands of the community. Crypto networks like Bitcoin and Ethereum are the first community-owned and operated platforms at scale, following the greats. We believe through Sifer, we will be able to leverage this to build and distribute economic value, build network effects, and generate value for our contributors, supporters, backers, and our communities. So in my point of view, they have a lot of faith. This is a huge leap of faith type of bet. They're comparing themselves to the top 2 dogs in the cryptocurrency world. And that's good, because it's good and it's bad. I'm going to give you my point of view. Why it's good is because they are taking a chance following the ideas and values of the community's involvement in both of those coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is what drives it to its current price value. While other play-to-earn games have IDOs where they try to lure you in, saying we are offering this coin at 1 cent, 10 cents. So they're like, okay, you can buy something for cheaper, and it brings you in, gets you involved. But what usually happens is there's either a sell-off or there's manipulation in the market. This simply is just saying we want to have good equality and integration. We want to have integrity in terms of how we do this public sale, so it's fair to you as the user. In terms of the cons of this, why I maybe am like, is because it's comparing itself to Bitcoin and Ethereum, and there's not really anything out there kind of like Bitcoin and Ethereum. But that's about it, you know? If they do this right, they're going to do really well. So this is their Sifer token. It defines what the token is going to be used for, the distribution of the token as well, and how the vested schedule should look like. Further down, it says Sifer will only work the way if our builders, players, guildmasters, fans, and users who acquire Sifer know how to use it as a community mechanism, developing social understandings that give Sifer meaning and value. That to me says they're putting a lot of faith into us. And it also gives them some type of confidence that whatever they're going to do, their user interface, we as the consumer, investors, and gamers are going to understand this quite easily, that it shouldn't be a problem. So they have a lot of faith in us to understand it, which means they may have something that we're not seeing, that their user interface is actually quite amazing. That is that easy. Further down, let's get to how the Sifer initial public sale will be conducted. A fair launch is critical to building a trust with our community and with your community in the early stages of a project's life cycle. Without a fair launch and the potential bots front-running, token launches can be easily disastrous, and potential community members could be lost forever. So for Sifer, a fair launch should strive for the following goals: sniper bot and bidding bot resistant, no pump and dumps by whales, equal and fair market buy-in price, open and transparent. Grow our community by allowing as many community members to join as possible. A successful game needs hundreds of thousands of members. They really have a lot of faith in us. Now, some of the concerns on Launchpad-based initial DEX offerings, also known as the Launchpad IDOs, which most of the videos that we've produced have been following games that have IDOs. So they point out a really good thing, gatekeeping, which is the Launchpad-based IDOs inherently favor the Launchpad existing community, as ownership of the Launchpad's token is usually required to participate in the token sale. This has a gatekeeping effect, whereby a good portion of our community members would be unable to participate. So they're trying to step out of that. They're not trying to be, they're not trying to partner with a Launchpad, and that Launchpad makes you require a certain amount of tokens. And as I see in a lot of the comments, a lot of you can't afford these things because the tokens are so much. And then not only that, you have to stake those tokens, and you have to have money additional on the side to participate in those tokens. And sometimes, those tokens, if you do stake them, you do get rewards. You can use those rewards to pay off, to buy in and those tokens at cheap prices. But again, not everybody has a ton of money. Further down, it says unequal token purchase prices. Normally, due to the small number of participants allowed in these types of token launches compared to the total demand, the buy-in prices of other parties who are unable to join are forced to purchase on secondary markets or even are unevenly skewed. This means that the limited pool of participants that were allowed an allocation due to the holding the Launchpad tokens can purchase at lower prices, and then those remaining majority would be potentially our community members that don't possess those Launchpad tokens are forced to purchase at higher prices on the secondary markets. Basically what it's saying here is it's unfair for these people to have access, the people who have tons of money, to get access to these token sales and buy it in the at the purchase price of say like a penny or 10 cents. Well, it's unfair for us as secondary people or secondary markets where we have access. This is mainly like public exchanges, that when the token launches, it's like $1, $5, and how are we able to buy at those prices? And then all of a sudden a whale dumps, and when we bought $100 worth of tokens at $5 per token, it drops, we lose money. So it's absolutely unfair, and that's what they're trying to address, and that's why I love it. And again, there's the bot manipulation edge, and it's just basically saying here that sometimes bots, they buy in at these prices without a person. It's unfair, and so they have something here to prevent that, so that way there is enough allocation for real human beings. So I thought that was really interesting. So this is the really important part that I want to share with you. Why is this different from any IDO? So in their solution, in searching for a solution to address these issues, they're going to do something called an initial bond curve offering, which is also known as an IBCO. Remember, not an IDO, an IBCO. What is that? The goal of the IBCO is to solve the aforementioned problems by utilizing bond curves of decentralized exchanges. In our Sifer initial sale, only 4%, which is 40 million of Sifer tokens, will be pre-minted and will be sent to the token sale smart contract. The price of each Sifer token will start at 36 cents. And given the bonding curve used as part of the IBCO, each time funds are contributed, the settlement final price of the token will increase. So here's an example of how that works. So in this description, let's start with this example. Initially, there are 1,000 Sifer tokens for sale in the IBCO at the starting price of $1 per token. Again, this is just an example. So say for instance, in the first interaction, person A contributes $1,000. So there is now $1,000 and 1,000 Sifer tokens. And this is in this Sifer initial token sale contract. The current price is $1 for each Sifer token. All right, and then the second interaction happens where person B contributes 1,000. There is now 2,000 and 1,000 Sifer tokens in the Sifer token sale contract. Then after that, so that means that the current price of each token is $2. After that, the third person, person A, withdraws $500. There is now 1,500 and 1,000 Sifer tokens in the Sifer initial token sale launch. So if you understand what this means is that depending on how much the community contributes to these tokens is going to determine the price point of that token in the overall market. So contrary to an IDO, the final price in an IBCO is not established by anyone, but rather determined by the market. The starter price is just a means to get the market started, but the final price is determined by the market participants. There you go. So that's basically it. So I'm going to go further down because I want to show you which countries are excluded because this is very important. So we got Albania, Barbados, Cambodia. So I just want to highlight Hong Kong cannot participate this, United States of America cannot participate this, and also the Republic of Korea. So if you want to know, go ahead and pause the video. You can see who cannot participate. If you're not blacklisted on here, then you have access to this. So you might be wondering, why is it that there's only 4% in the public launch? So in here, the Sifer ecosystem is designed to be progressively owned, contributed, operated, maintained, yada, 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 basically adding fairness. Now imagine selling X amount of percentage of tokens to buyers immediately at public sale. This will not result in being able to give rewards, players, guildmasters, yada, 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 that have not the means to purchase and that are adding tremendous constant value to the ecosystem. So basically, they don't want to deter anybody from building on there because it would be unfair. They want it to be fair for everybody, especially the developers. In short, we want the players, builders, yada, 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 to interact and playing, living in the Siferia day to day, progressively becoming the owners of Sifer tokens. So it's community based, so the more you interact, the more tokens you're going to have. So guys, that's just basically it. You can go ahead and read these articles on the website. They're available. I don't want to go through all these details myself, but the most important thing is I want you to join their Discord. The reason for that is the Discord is actually fairly new and there's not a lot of members on here. So when you go there, make sure to go to welcome and get roles and be sure to verify yourself. And when you do that, you want to select one of these three. And then once you do that, you'll start to see these open up and you'll be have access to these things. And then when you do that, make sure you pick a guild. I decided to do the R guild, which is Ready Player DAO. That's one of my favorite guilds. So I decided to click on that and I'm a part of that. And so you can go ahead and get some more information when the token's going to be launching. If you have any questions, go through the general chat. But there's just so much here. And again, so important to be part of Discord communities because you'll have more access to these things. So guys, I hope that that was very helpful. I know this is a very long video, but I wanted to give you the best juicy things of why this is so much different from other launches for games. Again, not an IDO, an IBCO. Mark your calendars, 4 days from now, get ready. And in order to do this, you have to have a MetaMask wallet and make sure to have your ETH tokens deposit on there. And just be aware, when you have ETH in your MetaMask, it does have Ethereum gas fees, which are really high. So be prepared for that. If you're going to be paying $100 in these tokens, you may be paying around $100 in gas fees, which is the unfortunate part, but maybe a good price to pay if this is going to work out really well for anybody. So again, 1 a.m. UTC time on December 6th. Keep that in your calendars. And guys, thank you so much. Be sure to like that video, subscribe to the channel, and join our Patreon page on Tier 2 before it's sold out.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Register on our Patreon page for our insider training tips and more. And don't forget to click on the affiliates link below to receive sign-up bonuses and access the Global Crypto Assets Exchange. Invest safely and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.